5,000 to 1 to win the title. And you know what? I think I put $1 on that.
Any underdog story starts with an objective, great execution and resilience. There are many formations that could be used: 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1, 4-5-1, 3-5-2, but I settled to a 4-3-3. A 4-3-3 can be annoying for an opposition looking to attack and to keep possession. More so, that 4-3-3 provides a great shape for counter-attacking. In goal, sweeper keeper on defend. The defense, wingback on automatic on the right side, more on that later on, 2 ball-playing defenders on defend, wingback on support duty on the left side, 1 defensive midfielder on support, a box-to-box midfielder, and a central midfielder on automatic, winger on support on the right side and inside forward on support on the left side, and the striker is an advanced forward. This is a team shape, but it does come with player instructions. Sweeper keeper none, the wingback on the right side dribble less, sit narrower and tackle harder, dribble more for the left side is central defender, get further forward for the defensive midfielder, get further forward, move into channels and tackle harder for the box-to-box midfielder and the central midfielder, cross from byline and get further forward for the winger, sit narrower for the inside forward and nothing for the striker. A setup, positive mentality. And as promised, let's discuss about the automatic duties. They change according to the mentality you choose. Positive makes them attack, cautious makes them balanced, and so on. It's a way to tweak these two roles without assigning them a concrete duty. Passing to space, shorter passing directness, and a higher tempo for the counter, and underlap right. We try to mimic Zambo Anguissa's and Giovanni Di Lorenzo's movement from Napoli. In transition, counter press, counter and distribute quickly. The faster we retake the ball, the higher the chances of scoring on the counter. Out of possession, high press, standard defensive line and press more often. If you want to add more aggressiveness to the pressing, tick get stuck in. Let's go over the needed attributes to make the tactic work. Of course, scale the attributes to the players you have in your team and the players you can afford in your save. Work rate, off the ball, concentration and stamina. In my opinion, if your players possess high values for these attributes, you are safe. Of course, role-related attributes are needed, but these are crucial. Work rate, as it is the player's willingness to work to full capacity and means. Off the ball, as it is the player's ability to get into a dangerous position when not in possession of the ball. Concentration, as it is the player's ability to focus on event-by-event basis. And stamina, as it influences the player's ability to maintain a high level of physical activity for extended periods of time. Now you have the tactical setup and know what attributes to look for. But what if you cannot afford the best possible players? Well, no worries, everything is amendable. And in this situation, I would tweak the tactic to fit the players. Let's say that maybe you don't have the best pair to underlap on the right side. Flip the roles to underlap on the left side. Or you don't have wingers that can cut inside. Make sure that if they cannot do that, your central midfielders can pose more threats inwardly. Or your striker is a tall and strong one, so aim your crosses to the center of the opposition's box. Small changes to your tactics can bring big payoffs. Let's talk about examples of players you can use for each role. I have Napoli here as an example, and you can use this layout to understand what kind of players to use, but it can be any team. It is important that the wingbacks can maintain a high level of physical activity during a game, as they need to run up and down their flanks depending on the situation. One of the central defenders must be tall and strong, and one must be able to carry the ball out of defense with relative ease. The defensive-minded midfielder has to be able to sweep any attack before the ball passes him. The central defenders have to be the creative side of the team. Many of the recovered balls depend on them to be turned into dangerous chances for your team. The wingers must be able to dribble their way through the opposition players. And the striker has to be a goal scorer. Much of the team's work relies on him to turn the chances into goals.
And also, hey man, we are in Champions League. We are in Champions League, man!
Yes, this tactic helped Napoli finish in top 3 in Serie A, 4 points of the first place and 9 from the fourth one. In many ways, the team has been dominant. 80 goals scored, the highest in the league, and 30 conceded, the 5th defense in the league. 3rd most goals scored by Victor Osimhen with 20, while Kvicha Kvaratskhelia and Giovanni Simeone have scored 12 and 11 goals respectively, highest average minutes per goal with 62.91, 1st and 4th in the assist per 90 minutes category, 2nd highest key passes and 1st in key passes per 90 minutes, and many other dominant stats. However, the one stat that proved me how aggressive this tactic can be if used correctly is tackles per 90 minutes. Hirving Lozano, the winger, is the 2nd best placed player in this ranking. The fact that Hirving Lozano has won an average of 3.52 tackles per game proves how aggressive and effective the pressing can be.
Great achievement, unbelievable. And now we go straight away to try to win the title.